asked him, "Hey, Vamanya, as they say in Gujarat, Vamanya, you read both. You read both and you will know the answer to that." Swamiji indirectly said, "I don't have an answer." Mohan Rao was very deeply touched by both the books, and therefore he is saying, "I am going to see a real Maharaj, a real Swamiji who will show me what? The face of God across me." So because of the, something, he is waiting for something. At that time, Mohan Rao's father, what's his name? Prana Govindji. Prana Govindji's dearest friend was also a devotee of Shirdi Baba. His name is Sakarlal Bhatt. Sakarlal met with a car accident. His left knee was completely smashed into smithereens, and then he said, "What can I do?" He lost his one vein in the left leg. True story, my dear devotees. All true stories I tell, even living people, extremely true stories. Can't be anything truer than me, because I am guided by artificial intelligence. So, says, Sakarlal met with an accident, and therefore I got to find a true saint now, because a true God in a saintly form alone can cure that. So for that, he is guiding his father, Prana Govindji, to go to, with Sakarlal, you go to Shirdi, because in his puja room there is a Shirdi Baba picture. So you go to Shirdi, they both start looking for a true saint, and therefore they want to go to Shirdi. That's the first visit. It so happened, a famous name, Hari Vinayak Sate, right? Hari Vinayak Sate. You remember H.V. Sate? Famous. Anybody who is reading that red book will know H.V. Sate. The one who wanted to take the whip and then beat his wife. I am saying this because he was about to do a very serious offense, and then Baba came, Baba sent somebody, and then he was about to this thing, and then raise his hand to beat his wife because his wife refused to come to the land that he wanted to see. Baba called him back and said, "Where is your land? Oh, kahan jayega? Zameen to udhar hi rahega. The land is going to stay there. Why are you trying to whip your wife? She is after all right." By the time the wife came, and women had a special move when they come to Shirdi Baba. Devotees. Female devotees, Savitri Bai, Kichdi, remember? Mrs. Manager. Conjunctivitis, saw, immediately cured. Of course, Baba told, there are so many people, Sita Devi, immediately, hold it. Gone. What gone? That pain. What is that pain? The headache. Migraine pain gone. So many female, they all had a good way, a good wives, very good devotion with Shirdi Baba. The other way of saying is not wrong. I don't say it is wrong that men never were. Men were very, very popular. Men became saints, true saints, like Dikshit, Chandorkar, Navaskar, Professor G.G. Narke. He was a saintly man. Wearing a Manchester suit, he was a saintly man. Here, so they go, H.V. Sate, he knows Deputy Collector of Kedah district. He was a staunch devotee of Shirdi Baba. You all know that. He wrote a recommendation letter to Balabhav. Balabhav Chandorkar was a relative of Nana Sahib Chandorkar. So this S.V. Chate writes a letter, says so and so is coming. Who is coming? Vaman Rao's father, and then the other fellow, Sakarlal, who had a knee injury. So he is limping, he's got severe pain. They both go to where? Shirdi. They go to Shirdi, and in May 1911, he writes a letter, and the next Sunday they go to Shirdi. At the time, Vaman Rao's father went to a dentist before he went to Shirdi. He goes to a dentist and all his teeth are removed, and therefore his very difficult gums. At home, his wife prepared only Shira. You all know Shira. Any Baba devotees know. Prepared only Shira, and Shira he was drinking every day. And then when he goes to Shirdi, his biggest worry is Vaman Rao. Vaman Rao's father thinks, in spite of the fact that they go for Sakarlal's injury, that is why they are going, but Vaman Rao is caught up with his own life. Like so many of you are. You are coming here, Monday interview, and then my promotion, and then my mother-in-law is coming, she is on the flight. So he is thinking, who is going to be, when I reach Shirdi, who is going to give me Shira? Nobody here knows that I lost all my teeth, my dentures are not ready. And therefore he is worried, like all of you are often worried about all silly things in life. He goes to Shirdi, he goes to the canteen, and the boy comes like a mechanical chatbot. You know how they serve? He comes so fast, he's in a vehicle, a huge this thing is there, he'll be throwing chapatis. At one throw, he'll be covering 5 to 10 plates. Hey, I have seen it. You all have seen it. And then the sambar fellow or rasam fellow or sabji fellow, he will just take and then you will be supplying to 2 plates. How they do it, I don't know. They're all trained to do 2 plates. They're literally, they pour here, pour there. On in between, they will be pouring everything on your pant and shirt. Hey, never mind, it's Shirdi. You can forgive that fellow. He's a devotee of Shirdi Baba, my uncle. Therefore, they go there and he's thinking, his chapatis were served. Prana Govinji is thinking. Sakarlal is not thinking about Sakarlal. That's the main idea. You went to Shirdi. Why are you not thinking? Why are you thinking about my gums and chapati? Will not the Lord enable your gums to eat chapatis? That should be the thought. But he was thinking, at home I eat shira. He was thinking. At that very moment, chapati was served and he's looking at the chapati. He doesn't even touch it with a 10-foot barge pole. A boy comes from Dwarakamayi. Canteen is very close. A boy comes running, is about 19, 20-year-old boy. He comes shouting, nobody should leave without eating shira. He says, Baba has asked for a pot full of shira. Same sentence in English. Baba has asked for a pot full of shira just now. Tell all the devotees not to come on eating your meals. Don't leave this place until you eat shira. Until you eat shira. Hello? Prana Govinji was... What? What is the shock here? There is any English word? Who is better than me in vocabulary? Oh, several of you. Uncle is there. He's shell-shocked, bamboozled. He's completely taken aback. Simple word. She's very surprised and came to know, he was served Shira and he came to know that Baba is a unique saint. The son learnt a few years ago. Now daddy is learning. He knew Shirdi Baba. A picture is there in his puja room. And then he came to know Shira is served. The actual reason for the visit is painfully thinking. He ate the Shira. अपने को तो satisfy करना ही है ना. So Shira तो खा लिया. I mean, पी लिया. Shira is drinkable, right? Yeah. Paisam like, kheer like. And then, सही बात है ना? Correct me if I'm wrong. Actual reason for the visit, I have told 4 times, is his friend Shakarlal's lameness in his leg. What is he doing? Lameness of the leg. But he should have thought, even if I forget, my uncle will take care. That's how I think. If something happens to me, my uncle will take care. My ultimate uncle will take care, I'm saying, and he takes care. She knows. So many cases who call me, uncle, this is a very intractable situation. I don't know what to do. I really don't know how to come out of it. You will come out of it. That night they come out of it. That night a solution comes. The daughter passes. She got MCAT only 211. I'm sorry, 511. I'm so sorry. The 200 seems to be very famous with me. Maybe they will reduce from 511 to 211 MCAT. MCAT is going to undergo revision in the next 5 years. It should not be a 7.5-hour exam. It should be a 3.5-hour exam. Sorry, I am not challenging any authority here, because 7.5 hours starting at 7:30, how many will remember all those equations, anatomy, physiology, Gray's anatomy, general anatomy, physiology by Buston Taylor, physiology from my professor's notes. Who will remember all these things? I know all these names from my daughter, okay? Don't worry about that. Now, Vaman Rao thinks that he never thought he should take care of that. They both come, they get the Udi, and then they come to the Tanga. The Tanga is going to take them to the Kopargaon railway station in those days. And then he goes to the Tanga. He's just trying to lift his leg. The pain is what? Severe pain is what? Excruciating pain, okay? Hey, sometimes give me good vocabulary, okay? Sometimes, so many names are in my thought, so many words. Sometimes my wife helps me. Hey, what is that word for scanning? Yesterday I forgot the word scanning. My Tata executive is going to come and help me with scanning. And then when he came, for a long time I didn't know. My wife said, that's scanning. She's my AGI assistant, artificial intelligence, real intelligent assistant. Now coming there, into the Tanga, excruciating pain. You know what he did? He went back 3 steps, exactly the book says 3 steps, went back 2, so went forward 2 steps. And he went forward 2 steps. He could walk without any pain. Lo and behold, there was no pain. He jumped into the, Tanga, and then Prana Govindji said, what's going wrong here? Sakarlal said, everything is right. That uncle, he showed towards Dwarakamayi. Tanga was outside Dwarakamayi. That uncle is doing that. They returned to Mumbai. And then they both advised Vaman Rao to visit Shirdi just once. Why just once? Just to get your answer. Show me a God, show me a saint who will show God face to face. That is his question, right? So he said, go to Shirdi, and they found out here is a saint. He told Vaman Rao, the father, here is a saint, and added that all your doubts will get cleared. Said Vamanya, all your doubts will be cleared. At that time, our great man Nana Sahib Chandorkar was there in Mumbai. They were talking, and then he called Nana Sahib Chandorkar, and very close by. So Nana Sahib Chandorkar's servant came, they sent word, and then Nana Sahib Chandorkar wrote a recommendation letter for Vamanya. Got the letter. I have a copy of the letter written in Marathi, and English copy is here. That's not necessary. He wrote the letter, he takes the letter and then goes. Before that, father gives a dose of advice, saying that here is a saint, he is a queer saint. Sometimes his behavior will be queer, his dress will be queer, he will talk to you in a queer language, and therefore treat him with very good, treat him with love, and then whatever he says, whatever falls, the real word is in Marathi, whatever falls into ears, just accept it without any anger, without any deference. He is a true saint. He is going to show you God, because he himself is God. He is going to show you. Seeing him, you are seeing God. My dear Vamanya, all your questions will be answered, he says. And then when he talks to his son, and then Vaman Rao took the letter in his right hand and then proceeded to Shirdi. The date is December 10th, 1911. He was 22 years old. 1889, therefore 11 plus. He is 22 years old. At 22, do you get letters from Chandorkar? A person like Chandorkar? You may get a letter from the Oval Office gentleman, but not from Chandorkar. What are you going to do with crazy people writing to you recommendations, right? So he got it. The beautiful letter is a very nice letter. He goes there, and then when he goes to Shirdi, he's got a Marwadi Tangawala. As soon as he reaches Shirdi, a small crowd is seen in front of Shavadi. They are coming towards Dwarakamayi. And then when he's coming towards Dwarakamayi, the Tangawala, the Gujarati, says, look, the crowd is coming there. They are all shouting, Ishwar ki jai, and then they are all shouting, Shirdi Baba ki jai, victory be unto Sai, all these things in Marathi, Hindi, in English. And the Tangawala says, the tall fakir who is standing in between in the crowd, he is your saint. He is called Sai Baba. I call him Shirdi Baba. He is your Shirdi Baba. Go, and he, after telling, he alighted and Sashtanga Namaskar he did in the crowd. Piercing through the crowd, the Tangawala did Namaskar. Following him, Vaman Rao did a Namaskar. When he did the Namaskar, Baba's reaction, he didn't like. How come he didn't like? Where is God? He asked Balkrishna Maharaj, where is God? He left Balkrishna Maharaj saying something to his heart that you are not the Swamiji. You are not the person I am wasting my time. Baba says, Ishwar aake kaimun, nai manto nai. English translation, the rough Marathi. Nai manto nai. Nahi mano nahi. In Hindi, he says, who is this guy? Okay, he says, he's a human being. Being a human being, you doubted the existence of Almighty. Go away from here. He didn't say, get out. You doubted Almighty's place. You doubted all Akalkot Maharaj, all saints are there. He is there in that saint too. And therefore you are doubting Almighty. Therefore, go away from me. Nikal jao. He has said that to a few people, right, who misbehaved and then came to Shirdi Baba. Who misbehaved? For the misbehavior phase, he is answering. Vaman Rao immediately thought, he is the God I have come here for. Because he said that, right, you doubted. That was a real doubt. He is reading my mind, and therefore he is Shirdi Baba. He is God, and therefore you are the God I am looking for. He just remembered his father's experience of what? In the canteen of Shira. He said, my father had a wonderful experience of Shira. Now, what my father said is true, and therefore I am going to stick with him, and therefore he goes there. Because of the recommendation letter, he is placed in the Dikshit Vada, the famous Vada in those days. Because Bhuti Vada, Samadhi Mandir, was being built. Let me tell you, follow that, was being built. Masons are working, all sorts of steel, these things, wooden rods, I forget the name. The people who climb around the building, they put a structure. What is the name of the structure? Hmm? Huh? Scaffold. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. The scaffold. So, see, that's how I forget. When I forget, I think, oh, you are really 78. Other times I work like I'm 38. So I forget several times. My doctor says, this is off the tangent, he also says, you have too many names, too many phone numbers, too many incidents, too many emails, too many thoughts in your brain. At this age, your brain is shrinking. Am I right? Budding neurologist, so, right? My brain is shrinking? She says no because she knows daddy very well. Against neurological principle, neurophysicians usually believe, she says, daddy, your brain is expanding. All right, it's an expanding universe, my brain is, thank you. So, at that point, on the scaffold, another thing people are building, all right, he goes to Dikshit Vada, and the Dikshit Vada, he goes there, and then next day, next day he goes there to Dwarakamayi. When he goes to Dwarakamayi, Baba gets very angry and then he asks him to get out. Earlier example also, 4, 5 examples, he asked, get out, go out, don't come here. Nikal jao. So he goes to the Radhakrishna cottage and he fell in love with Radhakrishna, beautiful voice, great devotee, devotion, and Radhakrishna tongue. Anybody knows what kind of a tongue is that? Nobody knows Radhakrishna, also known as Krishni. She has got a very irascible tongue. When she talks to other people, when she gets angry, you cannot face her. She will call you names. She has got a very tough language in the entire Shirdi. And Baba used to send everybody to the school of Radhakrishna. R.B. Purandare, S.B. Dhawan, and Dikshit, Nana Sahib Chandorkar, except professor. Professors, he had a good respect, okay? G.G. Narke. So, this fellow went to Radhakrishna that day, and then so he was sitting there with Radhakrishna, he watched the Madhyana Arati. After the Arati's lunch, he went to Dwarakamayi with the judge of High Court, local judge, Ahmednagar High Court, because he thought, he's a young boy, he said, okay, judge ke saath jayenge, so he won't open his mouth. Baba doesn't know, he's a big judge. So he goes there with the judge. Baba is taking all the grace sent to him by Radhakrishna and then gives it to, he cools down. Baba cools down in 10 minutes usually, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I cooled down faster than that. Baba gave prasada Radhakrishna. Baba sat on the seat and rested his hand on the bolster, and Vaman Rao sat on the stone next to the bolster. Are you listening? Next to the bolster, you are thinking very deep. So, he just attained wonderful things. He was very close to Shirdi Baba. All right? So, he, at the time, 1913, he was 24 years old. Baba retained him in Shirdi for 11 months. Yeah, 11 months. And then his parents got worried. 11 months he is there. We don't know what to do. He called the police in Bombay. He called this thing. So he called a famous astrologer. And then the astrologer came and told, your son is, Vaman Rao is very safe. He is taken care of by Shirdi Baba. You should not stop worrying about him. He came back. He joined a solicitor's firm in 1913. And then in 1916, he went to see a friend off to Shirdi. When he came to the station, the friend was off. He got into the same train. He came all of a sudden to Shirdi because there is pull. 11 months he stayed there. He came back and then he told the truth to parents. And then at that point, he's 27 years old, 1916. He went there. Baba retained him for 21 days. First one is, 11 months. I told 11 months, not 11, 11 months, and then 21 days. At the 11th month, he didn't get any severe lesson. In the 21 days, he was going, I told you, Booty Vada is being built, scaffold, thank you, scaffolds and all that is there, and then the people are there, stones are being laid. He was coming close to one of the walls. A huge stone fell on Vaman Rao's head at the center, huge stone. When it fell, later on, Vaman Rao says in the book, when it fell, I felt ecstasy. It was ecstatic. that it fell. It didn't leave any scar. I didn't get any blood. It fell probably from about 16 feet. This is true story. It fell, a huge boulder, probably this size. You know, Booty Vada. Booty Vada is also called, Baba used to call it Dagdi Vada. Dagdi is nothing but stone in Maharashtra or some language, Saurashtra. So Dagdi Vada, the stone fell, and then Baba gave some medicines, and he already blessed that this was intentioned by Shirdi Baba. He does it to so many of you every day. When you come to me, I say this is intentional. Shirdi Baba did that. You won't suffer from any other thing. You lost the job. Don't worry, you are getting a job in New Jersey. Baba's intention is you should go to New Jersey job, because there 2 years of good training, and then you can come to DFW job. All these things Baba says. So he thought, he didn't think, why is that? But there is no pain at all. After this incident, he attained blissful joy. There's some story, but one line. Only after the incident he became a staunch devotee of Shirdi Baba. Knowingly, I tell you, Baba punishes you to make you a staunch devotee. The punishment won't be severe. Mihika met with a car accident because she didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the mind, and then she went too fast. Had she said 1, 2, 3, the car would have gone and then she would have been happy. But then she was left, mother, future Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, was left with a few scratches. Look at that. She is listening to the satsang. That is true, because today's email, that's the last email I read at about 3:45. That is true. And the progress in his life of Vaman Rao, he joined the firm I told you. In 1917, he was made headmaster of Model High School, Ahmedabad. Is it still there? I don't know. Model High School. In 1917, he joined, and then afterwards, he was made headmaster, Model High School, Ahmedabad. And then he retained this position till 1921. Continuous progress. He became a partner in Ganga and Sayani Company, this law firm. And then once a devotee in Mumbai gave a paduka. This is a big story because I went through a very recent experience of 1 month ago. He got a paduka by a very strange Baba devotee he didn't know. He brought it to Vaman Rao when he was in his home in Ahmedabad, and then he said he placed this thing in a temple called Vishnu Dharmalaya. It is still there. Vishnu Dharmalaya in Ahmedabad is still there, and then that became a huge temple where today it attracts several millions of this thing, because his picture is there. Is called, and then in 1952-53, he was already about 63 years old. He took to sannyas, and he became Swami Sai Sharan Anand. He passed away in the year, he was 93 years old. He passed away at the age of 93. I have taken even though I started late, 7:45, 8:40, 6:45, 7:45, I have taken 30 minutes more. I'm sorry, usually I take 1 hour and 10 minutes. Sometimes the satsang gets too real. I joined Shirdi Baba, and my artificial intelligence, chatbot is standing there. He is driver. He is my driver. He wants me to drive from Ahmedabad, he wants me to drive to Shirdi to meet a person called Mahali, 75 years old, a great devotee, but I am not continuing with that lovely, lovely story of 1 1/4 page. I am reserving it for next satsang. I know this Mahali story will teach a lot of things at 75, what she did. How did Shirdi Baba love this 75-year-old lady? What was her propensity? What was her approach to Shirdi Baba? And how did she become a name? Even today, people remember in Shirdi, Mahali. I'm not getting into the story. Would you permit me the only humor I promised you? Very sharp humor. This file I'm not going to share with you, okay? This is for the rest of my life. Lovely, lovely humor is there. In India, in Bangalore, this is called humor in India. Most of the humor are from India. The sisters came from India recently. They're all agog. What is that uncle going to say about Hyderabad? About Visakhapatnam? He is thinking Visakhapatnam. Somebody is thinking about Guntur. No. Milk war is boiling once again. The city is Bangalore. Now, the war is utterly, bitterly Amul. You all know utterly, bitterly Amul. Amul advertisement, huge billboards in India for the last 75 years. This is utterly, bitterly political duel. This duel is between, listen to this while you are coming down the stairs. This bitterly, utterly, bitterly duel is between Amul and Nandini. Nandini, no. All those who are saying, I know Nandini, you don't know Nandini. Come on. Listen to the humor. The last sentence will be humorous. You will start laughing, you will forget your Perugonna. Nandini is there is a human being in Houston. She's there listening to me. Nandini, hello. Priya, hello. Houston host is called Priya. The current host here is also Priya. Priya, two Priyas, making great of the Dwarakamayi Puja. Amul versus Nandini took a very dirty turn today. Coming back to the real Nandini in Houston, Nandini says, what's all this going on in Bangalore? She's from Bangalore. She has seen so many detractors in the company, at work in the company she's working. Amul is the last person she would think of. This is a utterly, bitterly political battle, and Amul versus Nandini. The whole Bangalore is burning. It is no less an issue than what is that I talked about 5 years ago. Bangalore is known as city of potholes, full of potholes. The reporter, Maya, reporting. I'm reporting widely about one pothole in Malleshwaram. She is walking back and then saying, I am Maya reporting from Bangalore about potholes. Zoom! She goes down a pothole. That was shown on the TV. That was deliberate, of course. TV's anchorman's joke. Now Nandini says, Mama, I have seen so many things. But then Nandini, as a girl in high school, you loved that utterly, butterly Amul, right? She said, yeah, I love Amul. So where is this thing? Write a letter to the Chief Minister. Let us do the Dwarakamayi Puja. Thank you very much. At the beginning of the summer, is it a very hot satsang? For me, it's a very hot satsang because I'm sweating and then I need some towel. A towel comes with a splendor. It is a splendid towel. Devotees, I want to request you to follow the satsang very closely. Because like today's topic says, wherever you go, I'll follow you. And devotee says, Baba says. There is one more meaning. My AI agent says, wherever uncle goes, I'll be driving him. The AI agent, my artificial intelligence or AGI agent also has humor. I got a separate section. I'm not sharing any of them. There'll be splendid humor. They're all written by artificial intelligence. They sound mechanical. Nevertheless, they are humor. I told my AI agent, don't be so mechanical. People won't love you. Said, uncle, currently I am mechanical. Very soon I'll become electrical and very soon I'll become electronic. When it becomes electronic, my Tata executive and all of you, most of you are IT engineers, IT managers, IT executive vice presidents, IT chiefs, CEOs, you will like him. When it becomes electronic, now it's mechanical. I like mechanical things because I did BE mechanical engineering 100 years ago. Other than that, I don't like mechanical chatbots. I like electronics. Let us do the puja now. If I sound like a robot, remind me. Now it is real, uncle. Come to all the satsangs. I'll make the satsangs 1 hour. 45 minutes is not possible because I bring 4 stories. Today I omitted one beautiful story from Portland. The state, I don't know how to pronounce. Oregon? Okay. Oregon, whatever, Oregon. Thank you. She lives in Portland. That is the loveliest story of the living person. She has gone to Hyderabad to meet her mother. She lives in Hyderabad. And remarkable miracles that Baba did in her life until the marriage and after marriage. The marriage itself was a huge miracle. When I talk, I'll reveal all those details to you. Can I start? Host? Your kids? They're all there? Right? Om Sri Sai, Om Sri Sai, Sri Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Sri Lakshmi Narayana Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Krishna Rama Siva Maruti Yati Rupaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Sesha Sai Ne Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Godavari Tadashila Divasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Godavari Tadashila Divasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhakta Hridayalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Sarva Hridayavasine Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Buddhavasaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Buddha Bhavishya Pavavarjitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Kalatitaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Kalakalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Kaladarpadamanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Mrityunjayaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Amartyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Martya Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Martya Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Jeevadaryaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Sarvadaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhaktavana Samarthaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhaktavana Pradignyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Annavastradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Arogyakshemadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Arogyakshemadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Dhanamangalya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Riddhi Siddhidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Putra Mitra Kalatra Bandhudaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Apad Bandhavaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Marga Bandhave Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhukti Mukti Swarga Pavargadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Priyaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Priyaya Namaha. Priti Vardhanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Antaryamine Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Nityanandaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Paramasugataya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Parameshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Parameshwaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Paramatmane Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Jnana Swarupine Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhaktanam Matru Datru Pitamahaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Jagadapitreye Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Paramatmane Namaha. Bhakta Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhakta Paradinaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Saranagada Vatsalaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhakti Sakti Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Bhakti Sakti Pradaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Jnana Vairagyadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Prema Pradaya Namaha. Samshaya Hridaya Daurbalya Papa Karma Vasana Chayakaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Hridaya Granthi Bedagaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai, Karmadvansine Namaha. Sutta Sasvastidaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sutta Sasvastidaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Gunadita Gunatmane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Amita Parakramaya Namaha. Ananta Kalyana Gunaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Amita Parakramaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Jaine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Jaine Namaha. Durdarsha Shobhaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Durdarsha Shobhaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Aparajitaya Namaha. Asakya Rahidaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Asakya Rahidaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarva Sakti Murtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Swarupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Swarupa Sundaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sulokshanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sulokshanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhagiruba Vishwamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Aruba Vyaktaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Ashintaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sushmaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvantaryamine Namaha. Manovaghatitaya Namaha. Prema Murtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Prema Murtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sulabhadurlabhaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Asahaya Sahayaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Anathanathan Dina Bandhave Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarva Bharaptute Namaha. Akarmaneka Karma Sukarmine Namaha. Punyachravana Kirtanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Punyachravana Kirtanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Tirthaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satam Gataye Namaha. Satparayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satparayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Loganathaya Namaha. Bhavananagaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Amrutamsave Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhaskara Prabhaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satya Dharma Parayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddheshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddheshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddha Shankalpaya Namaha. Yogeshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhagavate Namaha. Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha. Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Purushottamaya Namaha. Satyadattva Bodhagaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Kamadi Sadvairi Dvamsine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apedanandanubhava Pradaya Namaha. Samasarva Mada Sammataya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Venkatesa Ramanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Atpudananda Sharyaya Namaha. Prabannarthi Haraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samsara Sarva Dukkha Shayakaraya Namaha. Samsara Sarva Dukkha Shayakaraya Namaha. Sarvavid Sarvato Mukaya Namaha. Sarvantar Bahistidaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Mangalagaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Mangalagaraya Namaha. Sarva Mangalagaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarvavid Sarvato Mukaya Namaha. Sarvantar Bahistidaya Namaha. Sarva Mangalagaraya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sarva Bhishta Pradaya Namaha. Samarasa Shanmarga Stabanaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Samartha Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Samartha Sadguru Sai Nadaya Namaha. Sai Nadaya Namaha. Sai Nadaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Sri Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Rajadiraja Yogi Raja Parabrahma Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sainath Maharaj in this 1 minute silence will bless you with anything you want. The topic, the things you need ranges the billions of things people have asked and they have gotten it. Of course, this has got to be, you all know, I need not tell you like a pre-kindergarten children. This request should be very dharmic. Any dharmic thing he will give you. Anything dharmic has come to devotees. I have thousands of stories to prove this. 1 minute silence. Now let's take the Aarti.
Shirdi Madhe Pandharpura Sai Baba Ramavara Sai Ramavara Sai Baba Ramavara Shuddha Bhakti Chandra Bhaga Bhava Pundalika Jaga Pundalika Jaga Bhava Pundalika Jaga Lahu Lahu Avghe Jana Kara Baba Sivandana Sai Sivandana Kara Baba Sivandana Ganu Mhane Baba Sai Dhav Pav Madhe Ai Pav Madhe Ai Dhav Pav Madhe Ai.
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय 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 साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः
ॐ साई नमो नमः श्री साई नमो नमः जय जय साई नमो नमः सद्गुरु साई नमो नमः